I'm interested to see here. We got Sude repping the Spirit Kingdom, our clan, our homie. I gotta shout him out, man. I gotta pop off for him, you know. But yeah, we got Saz here. We're on the scholar pick here. Let's see what I do. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, these guys played in the top 32 against each other. And Sude won with a 2-0, or it could be 2-1. I could be wrong. But the point is, Sude won against Saz. So, we have a best of 5 right now. We got a story in the making here, William. Here's the picture, right? Saz, I mean, got annihilated, but oh my goodness, Saz
able to touch, bringing it back here.
Man, William, talk about that. Oh my goodness.
I see what you mean by a story in the making here. That was actually insane with that Rocket Lance play. Bringing Sude into the KO zone really quickly in that first stock. Saz able to punish them after that whiff on the Sig from Sude. Once again, Saz very good at punishing every single time Sude misses a Sig.
Yeah,
Very good recovery from Sude, and then finishes off that stock, tying up the stocks. But Sude still is very deep in the orange.
Yeah, I mean,
Not looking good for Sude right now.
100%, but he got Great Sword in hand. Well, no longer, no more. You know, but the Great Sword could have had some crazy potential into bringing this one back. But right now, Sude is at a deficit. But we do have Magyar. You know, you got that, you know, defense. But the way they're playing on arm, it seems like they don't even need a weapon. But never mind. Saz is able to get that Seer, leads to the KO, and has the option of weapons. Gonna be sticking with the Lance, it seems. You know, that first interaction there between Sude and Saz, man. Saz was just, you know what, man? You probably won in the bracket, right? You probably went crazy. You probably got me down to losers finals. Not losers finals, sorry. You got me down to the losers side. But you know what, man? I made my climb. I went crazy, and now I'm here to win where it matters the most here. But does Sude allow this upset here coming in from Saz? Does Sude get beat here on stream against someone they beat in the bracket previously? Does that happen, or do they go crazy and bring this one back and win this game here on stream? That's the question at hand. Saz gets the Seer, and like Magyar's defense, man, they're just gonna be holding on this stock here for their life. But Saz does have the hammer in hand. The Great Sword, though, it's cooking. But nah, you're not gonna live from that one. And that's amazing stuff there coming in from Saz, able to get that stock, able to get that game. And that's going to be game 1 going towards Saz's favor.
Absolutely. That was a very good... Saz cooked there, especially that very first stock, able to just wipe it out immediately. Caught me so off guard. I'm really looking forward to seeing what else happens. I was a bit iffy when seeing that the Scarlet was a level 6, but now...
Wait.
Now I think that goes crazy.
Wait a minute, you're telling me this is a level 6 Scarlet?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is a level 6 Scarlet. I mentioned that, and then immediately that happened after.
Okay, man. That, like, Saz is legit proving that levels don't matter no more. It's just up to, like, it really just comes down to the tournament and like, just how you play in a match and how you play. But right now, yeah, right now, Saz is going crazy on the Lance. And like we saw starting off that game here, you know, this Lance is just phenomenal. I'm not sure, you know, in the best of 3, because remember the brackets is the best of 3 here. I'm not sure what they played. It seems like they're lagging a little bit. They're running off. Never mind, they make it back. They touch. Okay. Thankfully, you know, they're able to at least make it back. But it is still in Saz's favor right now. But can Sude, I mean, you got this Magyar, you got the defense, that side sig kills in the middle of the stage there. You know, what's Sude gonna do? They meet their opponent, who they took out in the elimination side, in the winner's side of things, and drop them to loser's side. I mean, you made such an amazing play, but can you win it where it matters the most? Right now on stream here, does Sude, you know, accomplish this, or does Sude go down, you know, in crazy fashion? Because this Lance is just crazy from the size, man.
Yeah, this Lance is going crazy. Saz is doing really well with this Lance, keeping Sude in control. Still with this huge stock lead, bringing Sude down into dark orange. Is not letting Sude get back on stage whatsoever. The weapon throw comes in and able to pick back up the Lance right away again. But Sude is able to turn it around with that very good placed gravity cancel Enzig, but Sude is still in dark red, and Saz is trying to finish this off with unarmed and is able to manage it. Picks up the hammer but throws it away for the rocket lance expected. But Sude is at a complete disadvantage with stock below Saz right now.
Yeah, indeed, and right now, I mean, yeah, whole entire stock lead going towards Saz's favor at the moment. So I mean, let's see. I mean, you got the greatsword Sude. Right now, you gotta go ahead and you know, go crazy over on this greatsword and try to see if you can get that out of the second stock as quickly as possible. Gets a nice Ensig though, sends him up quite up in the air, disarms him in the process. But now you have the hammer in hand. What's going to be the king option? You're looking for a stomp, sear, a signature, or something. Nice sear, though. Sends him far away. Now he has a great sword in hand. Tries to go for the KO, but Saz just is able to sneak around and, you know, make it back to stage. Getting some nice unarmed hits. A triple unarmed and like, but now the recovery from Sude. Sude gets a nice little scoop. Nice little bucket scoop there, and it leads to the KO. Ties up in the stock count. But you still got the Magyar defense, so, you know, Saz does have a good bit of hits left, and especially because Sude is on this greatsword here. This greatsword can cook, and like I said that, it is even up in the damage right now. No matter the lead that Saz had throughout this game, that doesn't matter, because Sude is right now over on the greatsword and going crazy, and has the lead at the moment. Saz doesn't make it back. He has the lance in hand, but Sude has the hammer in hand now, looking to get the KO, but same for Saz. All Saz needs to do is get a couple hits in here, gets a nice Sala into the nair, but Sude gets the nice D-Light sear, and another sear, and it leads to the KO, and what wonderful plays coming in from Sude to take that game, tying up the set count 1-1, breaking the 3-0 curse right now here in our tournament stream.
Absolutely, that is insane. This is their first time ever getting a 1-1 this whole entire top 8, right?
I believe, you know what, I'm gonna fact check that, because man, I mean, that's just crazy. Let me check and see, you know, how the brackets turned out, because I'm interested to see in their past set and, you know, what happened between them. But let me see. I gotta save my voice a little bit. I popped off too much.
We're going into game 3 here. Right now it is tied 1-1. Both staying on their legend picks. We're going back to Miami Dome.
Yeah, and just to kind of fact check that, you know, point there. So this was Saz's first game, and they were on Taros, I believe. And in winners round 2, the first game Saz had to fight, seed 10, Saz being seed 10, fights seed 23 Sude. Sude gets a 2-0 on them. So this is the first time that, you know, at least both opponents are showing some fighting life right now. But you know, Saz making that swap from the Taros now over to the Scarlet pick is definitely playing much in their favor. As you can see, you know, they've been popping off. They got a game, but you know, is this Scarlet pick, you know, gonna work out? Because Sude is showing some fighting life still. Sude is showing that, you know, I can still fight this, you know, Scarlet pick. You know, as we saw in that game there, but the games have been really close between both of these guys, and it's gonna be interesting to see, you know, what's really gonna happen here in this game 3. I think it sets a tone for the rest of the set here. But getting back to the game, Saz finally gets that KO, but has the lance in hand once again, and you know, are we gonna be seeing another pop off here from Saz? I'm looking forward to it, to be honest.
Absolutely, this rocket lance from Saz has been killing it. I've loved watching it, but that greatsword weapon throw, Sude is able to take control of the situation and bring it down to tied stocks here. And Sude is not letting Saz get any advantage on him. Able to tie it up repeatedly anytime Saz gets anything close to an advantage.
Yeah, and right now, I mean, Sude has mostly been playing on the back foot throughout these 2 games, and especially in this game number 3 here. But what seems to happen is the greatsword. It's just Saz can't fight against the greatsword, and it's just getting hit by these 1-2 combos, and just unnecessary damage is being built up upon them because they can't fight this greatsword for some reason. And that's what we've kind of been seeing. I mean, Sude has just kind of been chilling. Now finally, okay, Saz gets a Sair, but just a greatsword from Sude has been playing such a difference maker in this game here. I feel like if Saz just wants to, you know, figure out Sude, you gotta figure out this greatsword. You gotta figure out how they play. You gotta figure out what they go for, and just try to see if you can find their weakness as well too, and exploit it.
Absolutely. Sude tries to go for these SIGs, but Saz is able to perfectly space away from the SIGs without getting hit. But Sude, the weapon throw misses, trying to go for it. that ground pound does not go, but still is able to manage to get the KO. So, once again, not letting Saz get so much extra credit, but is in the orange still. But is on that greatsword, and as we've seen, Saz has not been able to work against that greatsword so well. So, it could still be anyone's game here. But Sude is in red, off stage, while Saz has the Rocket Lance in hand, and is able to bring it there, bringing us to a 2-1 situation with Saz in the lead. And that will be us going into our game 4. If anyone has a chance of going to a game 5 of this top 8 for the first time, it is these two. They have been neck to neck, and it has been so interesting. When you said there's a story in the making here, you meant it. This is amazing.
Yeah, I don't tell lies, chat. I do not tell lies. I mean, this is amazing. This is an amazing match we got here. Definitely a nice and close set, which I love to see it. And I definitely think, like you said, William, this can go to a game 5. But you know, Sude is on match point right now. You're in game 4. You gotta win this one if you want to push it to game 5. And if you want to continue in this tournament, this is the elimination side of things. And you know, you're seeing just both of these players, they wanna continue throughout this tournament. You know, you're seeing how they're playing right now. Both of them, they want. I mean, Sude wants to uphold their reputation. They want to go. You know, in set count wise, they want to be known as the guy to take out Saz in the European Weapon Wheeler Trial Hammer Tournament. They want to be known to take them out both in winner's side and loser's side. But can they do that? Saz, on the other hand, they want revenge. They wanna beat them in this top 8 right now. They've made it so far. But can they close it out in a 3-1 or even close it out in a game 5? Or does Sude take this here? Take this game, starts off by taking this game and pushes to game 5 and win. That's the question at hand.
So far, Sude with a very big advantage with a whole stock lead here, without taking like any damage, is not letting Saz pick up that Rocket Lance. Anytime the Rocket Lance is picked up, Saz has been in very low damage. So Sude has been able to get the KO before Saz could get anything in. This greatsword has been going really well for Sude here, taking control, putting Saz on a leash here.
Yeah. And Sude has an amazing lead here in this game number 4. And I mean, this greatsword, like I mentioned, it seems just like Saz can't fight it. They can't fight it. They couldn't fight it in the winner's side. They couldn't fight it here right now in the elimination side of things. But they finally were able to get that KO. But the damage that Sude had already on Saz, the damage was dealt already. There's nothing that Saz could have done to bring that one back. And finally now, they're down to their last stock here in the game number 4. You know, what is the change that has to be made here from Saz? Do you swap legends? Do you swap? Something has to change. Because right now, in the game 4 of things, Sude has a full stock lead ahead of you. You popped off so hard in game number 1. Now you're coming in here in the game 4, and Sude has a lead. And that's concerning right now for Saz. You can see he's going for crazy stuff. He's going for the save. He's trying to get those long land strings, but he's trying to even go for signatures, but it's just not hitting. Sude, low-key, has the lands figured out.
On the other hand, I would disagree. Sude doesn't have the lance figured out. What the difference is that Sude has it figured out how to keep Saz away from the lance. Because Saz has been doing well when on the lance, but it's been Sude keeping Saz away from the lance, and anytime it's been on the lance, it's already been in red.
Ooh. Yo, low-key, you're spitting there for that. I never noticed that, but I thought that just, you know, Sude just had the lands figured out. But it's a good call out there that you did. You know, that he's just been able to kind of just, he's been like able to, you know, keep him away from the lands and just kind of build the damage when he's over on the hammer, because it's definitely one of his weaker weapons. A little bit about Saz. I know that he's known for the Ogre, I believe. So, you know, it's interesting to see. I mean, he's over on this land pick here. You know, it makes sense that you have that shared weapon with Ogre. You have that shared lance with the Ogre here. But, I mean, we got our first game 5. It's going to be interesting to see how, you know, this game goes. I think it can go in anyone's favor. But right now, you know, it all comes down to, you know, just who wins this one. Because this is tournament game here for both of these guys. Winner of this moves on to fight, I believe, someone in the bracket. So, yeah, let's see how this one's going to go, William. I'm excited for this one, low-key.
Yeah, this has been amazing. We are in our very first game 5 of the top 8, and this is a revenge story for Saz. But like I said, Sude has been using this greatsword really well, keeping Saz away from Rocket. As we saw there, Saz was able to get that Rocket Lance pretty early, stealing yellow damage, luckily. But now, Sude is at a disadvantage kind of here because in red it's pretty equal still. So while Sude does have the stock lead, and it's gonna go away it looks like, it's very close, and Saz does have that Rocket Lance, and as I was saying, that recovery comes in, and Saz primes up that Rocket Lance now. So Sude's strategy is kind of messed up here, since Zaz was able to have the stage to himself there, able to prime up that lance exactly like he wanted to. Sude's strategy of using the greatsword to keep Saz away from the Rocket Lance is not working so well anymore. And as I said, see, Sude does not have this Rocket Lance figured out because Saz is able to build this damage really well here. But Sude is on greatsword, so able to still use this really well.
Yeah, it seems like, you know, whenever Sude's on stages, it's just that's just greatsword because, you know, you gotta get the bridges and all of that. Sude is doing an amazing job into controlling, you know, stage for the most part. But whenever it comes to the offstage interactions, it's honestly, you know, Saz getting the upper hand, but Saz able to get that recovery, leads to the KO, now has the option of weapons once again, and is gonna have that Lance Prime. And like you said, the game plan from Sude is somewhat falling apart right now as the lead goes towards Saz's favor. But Sude, they still have a chance. All they gotta do is get the second stock out of here as quickly as possible and get as minimal as damage done to you over on this last stock. But Sude is paying the price right now because the lance is in the hands of Saz, and Saz is building up an insane amount of damage over on Sude. As I said that, Sude is able to get that stomp into the there, and it leads to the KO, but the damage right now is in favor of Saz. But I believe Saz has the Hammer Prime. Could have been a misplay to pick up the lance, the fresh lance, and Sude can definitely, you see this, he's just trying to throw the hammer. He wants to get rid of it. He needs the lance in hand, and Sude, in that short moment of time, is able to tie up the damage, and it's an even right now. It's even in the game 5 of things. It's anybody's game, but Saz has a lance in hand. Sude still has a greatsword in hand, gets the steer, looking for the KO, gets the hit, and oh my goodness, Saz, can he make it back? He touches, but barely.
He touches the wall. It is so... It is mind-blowingly close right now between these two players. We have the greatsword versus the lance, but we are here in the hammer trial, neither of them using the hammer. But here we are, and is Saz able to finish it off with the hammer?
I think you got better killing options on the hammer. You're looking for a stomp here.
With
You seeing the stomps are coming out.
I mean, with the greatsword, able to finish it off, and that hammer from the hammer gives the game 5 to Saz. Sude is going home. Saz finishes that revenge story and moves on in our top 8.
Oh my goodness.